You are watching Makosi for live. We have won our first game of the season, the first game of the MTN8 for Kaizer Chiefs. It's 2-1 against Maritzburg United. I'm with Master P here, Papi. My brother, how are you feeling about the game? Our first game. And Gavin Hunt's first game. How do you feel?
Kosi, it was a bit tough. You could see that most of the players they are trying to get used to what he wants and what he would like them to do. It was a very tough game, to be honest. And you could see that I think Maritzburg came with a mentality that we always beat this one, so we will eventually beat them. But the goal that Maritzburg got, they didn't work for it. It was a mistake that we committed, but they eventually punished us from that one. But it was a bit tough, but I think the coach will get us there. And one other thing is, it's going to give us confidence going forward. Because it was actually, this is what we needed. Yes, we were losing, we were not doing quite well. Maritzburg here and there, they almost scored 2 goals, I think, in the first half. But second half, we came back like, you could understand the coaching is different. You'd see that the coaching is different. We got a coach now, let me just put it that way. You know, when you go into the dressing room and address your players that 1, 2, 3 is not right, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4 to get it right, then you know that you have a coach. Plus, you could see about the substitute. Immediately when Blom got in, okay, fine, I wasn't impressed at all about who's this guy again. He was totally lost. He was losing position. He wasn't protecting the back four. He wasn't doing anything going forward. But Blom came in. He owned that position, and we started playing. Even Ngobo was the only player trying in the first half. Yes, people were complaining. What about Billiard? What about Kambule? There was nothing they could do because there was no service. We were in the first half. We were absolutely playing nothing.
Nothing.
But then in the second half, the coach makes very important substitutes. And then there is a Parker issue also. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Sorry, I don't know how I feel about that because honestly, it was nowhere to be found. You saw Billiard 2 corners, and from those corner kicks, we got 2 goals. Parker was kicking corners, but they weren't even reaching his teammates. I think he needs to just do what is needed to do in the field. Things like free kicks, corner kicks, he must just let them be. Because immediately in the second half, he hit an upright. He started playing well in the second half. Let's be honest. We know we always cry about him, complain about, but in the second half, he played very well, and that's what you want from a so-called senior player.
No, it was a fantastic return. So, what do you think about the obviously the first half? We saw the Kaizer Chiefs were allowing they were playing the high line and allowing Maritzburg to attack us. You know, every time they got the ball in their half or in our half, and then the changes from Gavin Hunt you spoke of already in at halftime. How important was that for Kaizer Chiefs and also the new guys he brought in? I mean, the substitutes he made. Like, tell me how you felt because we saw Njabulo Blom come in and we saw Happy Mashiane come in. Those 2 players, we saw a completely different team as soon as they came on.
I think the substitute was spot on. First, we needed to settle the midfield. If you realize, Maritzburg weren't playing. They wanted to catch us on a break, but they could see we are not also playing. So they decided, okay, if we press them hard, we're gonna start making mistakes. In the second half, I think the coach got it right with Blom. Actually, he was a special player for us because he came in, he started defending, whereby he was protecting Rama and Cardoso.
Yes.
Then going forward, you could realize that him and Ngobo used to play in the MDC. You could understand that these 2 players, they can play like with one another. And then there was Castro. He was super fit. That's the Castro we want. He was super fit. They started playing the ball to Castro's feet.
Yes.
Then he was starting to hold. Bilato was starting to do those runs. Then there was Parker also where he came alive. He was playing on a wing, but he came alive. But because Blom was there to do everything that Maritzburg wanted to create. And Ngobo was there to create everything that we needed to do. That's when we started playing. I was very impressed by the youngsters. As for Mashiane, okay, he came in. My worry with him is that he lacks a bit of seriousness. He's those kind of fancy players that he needs to take his job serious. There was a ball whereby even Castro started shouting at him. He can do a lot of damage to the opponents, to be honest. He's fast, he's got the skill. If he can come and started playing like to be serious, he sometimes takes things lightly, but then he's a youngster. This is how they learn, then we can go forward.
Yes.
Yeah, I know we lack quality, that's what they say, but this is the team we can build. I'm not saying everything should be put on the shoulders of the so-called youngsters, but we can build around them because they have a bright future. Like Blom has a heart of a lion. He's a fighter. Everywhere in the middle, on the side, he's there. Remember, he can play as a center back. Okay, he's a bit shorter. He can play on a wing. He's a left back or a right back. Then you have him there, that DM position where he was doing very well. He doesn't lose the ball cheaply. I was very disappointed by Bacchus. He seems not focused in the game. I don't know what's happening with him, but we'll get better with time. I hope in the next game we'll see Njangas also.
Yeah. Now, Nchangase wasn't even on the bench, so I'm not too sure what's going on there. Maybe he's not fully fit yet. I don't know what. Maybe Gavin Hunt's just seeing or experimenting. You know, it is the first game of the season, so we don't know what's happening. I just want to also bring up something he said on Twitter about Kaizer Chiefs needs a new goalkeeper, and I'm confused because last season you were telling me you want to see Kune back in goals, and now today we had Kune back in goals. So what happened?
Okay, Kosi, I think he's a very vocal goalkeeper, as far as I know him. But it seems like he's losing it right now, a bit much relaxed. There's no more hunger in it anymore. If you like, he was somehow, somewhere, he was even caught up out of position. You understand? I think what I was trying to say about getting a new goal, we need somebody who's hungry, somebody who's gonna create his own name at Kaizer Chiefs. See. Kune, I think, has done so much for us, but at some point in time, you need to let go and understand that, okay, here is the young man. He wants to make the name for himself. Kune has done so much for us, but I think he's a bit relaxed. He doesn't have that fighting spirit in him anymore. That, like shouting at your defenders, trying to organize at the back. If you look at the ball that we considered, it started from him.
Yeah.
Whenever he passed, I think he passed Frosler. Frosler made the wrong pass to Bacchus, and that was it. You understand? Yeah. Like even shouting at them like, hey, come here, stop this one. I think we need somebody who's going to give him a challenge.
Yes.
That's what I think, yeah. But we need a younger goalkeeper.
All right. And tell me, the thing is, the thing is, we have Akpe. Akpe wasn't even there. I'm not too sure if he was injured. But we'll obviously have to see about that. Maybe Akpe will come back in the next game. I don't think so, because it looks like Gavin Hunt might be putting his faith in Kune again. I don't know. I'm not too sure. We'll see. And then lastly, the goals came from corners, which everyone says that was our only our strength last season, and then it happened again today. And there's going to be a lot of talk from the Sundowns fans and the Pirates fans saying, again, we won on set pieces. What do you think about that?
I think it's about pressure. The more you apply pressure to your opponent, they start making mistakes. They start conceding corners and everything. If you realize, you could have scored like 2 goals before those corners, where Parker hit the upright. I think the other one was who? Jabulo hit the...
yes.
Yeah, and there was Castro. There was Castro also. It's about the pressure that we applied. We started playing. We started coming at them. Then they started making mistakes. Obviously, Maritzburg were not able to defend corners. Had Parker not wasted a lot, we got them also in the first half. But the one who was Parker was taking corners and he wasn't doing us any justice. But Billiard started taking better corners and everything. So, as much as they will say we scored from corners, that's the pressure we applied on the opponent. If you apply more pressure, that's why they're gonna. If you look at that, the second goal, it was supposed to be a penalty, where the Rook hold the ball with his own hand, and then the referee claimed it was on the thigh, but then we got a corner from it and we scored it. I think it's the pressure that we started applying. Everybody was looking at Castro for that ball, but then Sassman was there. Then we started. It was the pressure that we applied on them. We could even score like 4 maybe. If you realize there was a one-on-one for Billiard.
Yes. You could have put that away,
3 chances already, but then it was the pressure that we applied. So about scoring yes, any opportunity that comes, you use it. Maritzburg didn't even went for the goal. They didn't work for the goal they scored. We made a mistake, then they punished us.
All right, man. And looking forward to next week. It's a big one. Sundowns, the opening game of the DSTV Premiership. What do we need? Are we ready for the game? Looking at how we played today, or what must Gavin Hunt do to improve how we played today? Because the first half wasn't great, and we can't go in like that against Sundowns.
That's gonna be a very tough one. I'm just gonna watch the Sundowns game and see how they are set up. Remember, there's no more pizza. Let's not even say Mangoba was there, Rulani was there. They have their own philosophy. They want to implement their own ideas, and then you have Steve Gompela also there.
Yeah.
So I think what our coach needs to do, I don't know whether Mato will be fit to play. If not, I think I wasn't impressed about Rama. Like, he's late. He's always late in tackles and everything. Even Gezan can do better than him. But we've got also the Sussman issue. I'm still not sure. Sussman seems to be lost at some time.
But he scored 2 goals. In defense, is a bit shaky though.
Yeah, but then there's something he said about whereby the coach told them that they shouldn't be keeping that high line. They should be timing their runs when they go forward. They should be timing when to stay, when to go. I think they will learn from those kind of mistakes. But the back four is still the same. Then we come to the middle. This is where I think we need to change it here and there.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know if it will be too much for Blom to start, but I would start him. For myself, I can start Blom. Yeah. I can start Ngobo. Yeah. I can start somebody like, if Zuma is available, I can start him also. But then the coach will see, but the 2 youngsters needs to start. Then you have Billiard also. We will start with Castro also. I'm not sure about Parker. I couldn't start him. He's not my favorite player, even though he did well in the second half. He's not my favorite player. But in the middle, this is where, because these youngsters have energy. You understand? They have so much energy. I was saying there's Manyama coming back. So if you have Manyama, you have Billiard, you have Castro, then you know Manyama can help a lot in the middle. He can do a lot of run-ins and everything. So Blom and Ngobo should start in the Sundowns game. I don't know about the backup on the bench, who the coach works with them, and he'll know. It's the new game of the season, but then the win today probably gave us confidence going forward. I'm very impressed about Castro. I think we're gonna get more goals from him. Today he was playing all over. That's not how Castro do things.
Yes.
But today he was energetic. Yeah, today he was energetic. He was trying everything. So I'm confident going to the Sundowns. As long as Peter Musiman is not there, I'm not scared of Sundowns. Peter is a master technician, that I can guarantee you. Yeah. Peter is a master technician. With these the 3 coaches they have, there's a lot of confusion there. It's up to them what they do. But Hunt is also a smart coach. He knows how to win. He's a fighter. You can see how he implements things in his players. You fight, you go for it. That's it.
All right, sharp. Thanks, Papi.
All right.
Fantastic.
All right, thanks a lot, coach. Thanks for hosting me.
You're watching Amakosi for Live. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel below. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Amakosi for Live, and give us a like on Facebook.